Coffee, coffee. Oh, yeah. All right, let's talk about 5 players the Chiefs should potentially consider in free agency and talk through the reasons why. But first, how about those? If you're as big of a Chiefs fan as I am, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on so that you can stay in the know with daily news about our favorite team, the Chiefs. Okay, so as we all know, the offseason is here. Unrestricted free agency is a few weeks away, and there's a lot to do and even more to consider. So let's talk 5 potential players the Chiefs may consider as they look at their offseason needs. These players will definitely be a bit lower cost, maybe have some risk to it, but because of that, they could be steals as far as free agency is concerned. Could be potential valuable assets for sure. So number 1 is Bengals defensive tackle Geno Atkins. He didn't play in 2021 as he was recovering from a shoulder injury that he sustained during training camp in 2020. As long as the Chiefs are comfortable with the fact that he's coming off of a pretty decent injury and recovery process, he could provide the Chiefs some value. He is 33 years old, but you also have Derek Nottie and Jarran Reed both hitting free agency, so we have to look at these things. So these are pieces that could fill those holes a little bit. Jarran Reed, I don't think he's back, but Derek Nottie, maybe. Number 2 on this list is cornerback Malcolm Butler. He's about to turn 32 years old, but he's a well-known name who has been productive throughout his career. It was a bit of a weird deal for him last year, though, and this is why he will probably be cheaper than some. He signed with the Cardinals for the 2021 season, but suddenly announced his retirement at the end of training camp. Very odd, but last week, Ben Collin of the Boston Globe reported that Butler does plan to play in 2022. So he could be a potential cost-effective veteran pickup for the Chiefs in 2022, barring he doesn't randomly retire before the season starts. But hey, who knows? If you're enjoying this video, can you do me a favor and hit that like button real quick so more Chiefs fans can find this content? Thanks so much. Okay, number 3, edge Dante Fowler Jr. The 27-year-old isn't putting up mind-blowing numbers, though. In 2019, he had an 11.5 sack season. The Chiefs could consider rolling the dice on him in a similar way that they did with Jarran Reed last season. We need to consider all options to get Chris Jones the help he needs on this D line so that they can get some freaking pressure on the quarterback. Number 4, edge Oliver Vernon. But anyway, he tore his Achilles in week 17 of the 2020 season. But prior to that injury, he had a great season with 9 sacks on 28 pressures. So author Jaron Satt from Arrowhead Pride, in an article, he says this about Vernon. Given the need mentioned above, any experienced pass rusher is a player that the Chiefs will likely consider. If healthy, Vernon's experience in Spagnuolo's system could make him a fit. Spagnuolo was Vernon's defensive coordinator and later interim head coach with the Giants in 2016-2017. Vernon earned PFF grades of 75.3 and 77.2 as he racked up 15 sacks during his time with Spagnuolo. Number 5 on this list is outside tackle Rick Wagner. He's a 32-year-old who started 9 games and played in both playoff games of the 2020 season with the Packers. He only allowed a single sack over the course of 610 offensive snaps, but the Packers released him to save cap space at the end of the 2020 season, and he never signed with the team in 2021. One report said he was considering retirement because he played through a knee injury, but he never officially announced anything. I don't know. He could be a potential cheap depth piece for the Chiefs, but that's about it. We just need to consider options like this when you have Niang's injury history. You do have Prince Tega Wanagho also, but he has injury concerns, only playing 2 games or dressing for 2 games last season. And then Andrew Wiley is a free agent. Even if they bring Wiley back, though, he's not likely to be considered a starter for the right tackle. So what are your thoughts on all of this? Do you Do any of these 5 options make sense to you? Of the 5, which would you prefer to see us go after? Again, these aren't going to be complete game changers, but could add value, could add depth, veteran presence to our team, and could be pretty cheap considering the reasons I mentioned earlier in this video. If you enjoy content like this, make sure to like and subscribe for daily Chiefs news. I'll be doing news like this and more all year long. So until next time, Chiefs Kingdom, let's go. Let's go. How about those? We done. Bye.